For today's practice, we're going to be using a bolster and a foam roller. If you only have a foam roller, that will also work. You can do all of this with the foam roller. The bolster or a couch cushion is just a little more cozy. So we're going to begin by laying on our bellies. I'm going to place my forehead on that bolster and adjust this so that you have enough space in your neck for your shoulders to really get a stretch here. This will allow the thoracic spine to relax. There's nothing but gravity taking hold here, and what I'm doing is I'm straightening, extending my fingertips, and that will change the stretch in your forearms and your hands. So a lot of us spend a lot of time looking at our phones, gripping our phones and looking down. This is kind of counteracting that motion in a really passive way. Now what I want you to do, we're going to roll onto one side. So I want you to walk your left fingertips out and then roll onto that left shoulder. So my head is still supported by the bolster. I like to put my hand on my hip and stabilize myself with my leg. So this will allow us to get deeper into one side. And again, this is going to look different for every single body. But this stretch on the front of the shoulder blade is really delicious, especially with the head supported. And if you are just using a foam roller for this, your head would be supported by the foam roller. And remembering to breathe into that front shoulder. To come out, I'm just going to roll myself back down to where we started, letting both sides relax. And then I'm crawling my fingertips out, so I'm kind of in an active T position, and I'm going to crawl my hand over to the right side as I shift my body weight onto that right shoulder. And then from here, I'm stabilizing myself, placing my left hand on that left hip. And from this angle, you can see how this retracts both of my shoulder blades and also allows for a stretch on the front of that shoulder. Breathing in deep into the ribs, letting the ribs soften, the front of the shoulder soften. Allowing the neck to fully relax. And slowly rolling back to center, placing the forehead on the bolster, and allowing both shoulders to soften forward. And then ever so slowly, lifting myself up, we're going to come into a modified Sphinx pose. So I'm using the bolster here to support my hands. I'm bringing my hands together, kind of like in a prayer pose. And I'm personally choosing to hold my forehead with my thumbs because that allows me to just take the weight off of my neck. And if you want to go a tiny bit deeper, just releasing the thumbs and just letting your head hang. And noticing my shoulder blades are retracted here, and there is relaxation all the way from that upper thoracic into the cervical spine. So this is great for that tech neck and for any kind of injuries in the shoulder. And to come out, slowly lifting your head up, placing the forearms on the mat, pushing yourself back into a child's pose. And then from here, either staying right here in this child's pose if this feels good to you, or I'm going to pop into a rabbit pose. So I'm going to bring my arms behind me, grab onto my heels, and making sure this is comfortable for your neck. So hold on to your heels the entire time and shift your weight onto your knees and the top of your head. So this will give you a nice stretch and kind of tension in the neck area. So I'm rounding my upper back. I'm tucking my chin in. I'm almost rounding my neck. And then exhaling to come back down. And from here, I'm going to move that bolster to the side, grab my foam roller. Now we're going to target the muscles that usually tend to lock up due to any kind of tech neck or shoulder injury. So I'm aiming for right below my armpit on that serratus anterior and teres minor area. And I'm just rolling from side to side. And this is going to look different for every single body. But you will know when you hit the spot, it should be a hurt so good kind of feeling. A lot of people are nervous about foam rolling their armpit, but you don't have to be. There are muscles in here that need to be worked. And so we're going along with the muscle fibers here. And you can play with your arm position. I like to extend my arms so that my lats are also extended. And then I'm rolling from back to front. And now I'm cross-frictioning that area by moving up and down on that foam roller. And again, there's no right or wrong way to do this, but we want to target this area kind of underneath the armpit, the shoulder girdle. You can play with your arm position, your body position. Rocking from side to side, rolling up and down. And again, trying to be here for a little bit so that pressure can help us release those adhesions. And now I'm slowly rolling onto that front of the shoulder. So I'm working that pec major area. And again, this is going to be different for everybody. I also like to rest my head and my chin on the foam roller as I do this so that I am not also creating tension in the neck area. So when I talk to people that foam roll, usually they're just foam rolling their spine or maybe their quads. But foam rollers are excellent for the shoulder area. And these spots are some of the most overlooked areas where we collect a lot of tension by holding our shoulders up and in when we're using phones and computers. From here, I'm going to move that foam roller and come to center. So I'm resting my chin on that foam roller, which will create a stretch in that front area of the chest. And then from here, I'm going to do that same thing, but I'm rolling that foam roller so that it's in between my shoulder blades. And again, I like to use a short foam roller. If you're using a long foam roller here, you can still do the same thing because the neck stretch that we're getting is really great for this area. And then I'm slowly rolling onto that other side. So I'm targeting that serratus anterior, teres minor, and also a little bit of my lat here. And again, rolling from side to side. And on to the front of that shoulder blade. Most of us have one side that is worse than the other. My left side is by far worse than my right. Making sure to spend the time where your body needs it. And now coming out, I want to take that foam roller and bring it underneath my occiput. So right underneath my head, kind of like a pillow. And from here, I'm gently rocking my head from side to side. So we're massaging those upper traps, the occipitals. And just finally placing my head somewhere to rest. I like to place my soles of my feet together to come into a nice butterfly pose. So my hips are also getting a nice stretch. You can also push down on the top of your quads if you're in that butterfly position and get some tension on the low back. Completely optional. And from here, bringing your hands overhead. And to come out, placing your hands above your head. Bringing that foam roller out. Bringing our knees to our chest and rocking up and down just a few times, massaging the spine. Grabbing that bolster. From here, I have my fingers pointing towards my toes, and I'm taking sort of reverse tabletop arms, and you should feel this in the front of your shoulders. If you wanted a little bit more pressure, you can bend your knees and come into a reverse tabletop. For me today, this was plenty. And then I'm just going to lower my upper body onto that bolster. And so I want the bolster to come sort of to the bottom of my ribs at the tip of my shoulder blades. And then I'm bringing my arms into that nice cactus pose. And just taking some final relaxation. And even though it looks like we're doing nothing, there is a lot happening here. We're allowing our upper body to feel okay, to be expanded, relaxed, and open. After spending a large part of our day hunched over our phones or our computers, these opposite positions are extremely important for not only our muscles, but also our brain and our nervous system. And then inhaling your arms up overhead and gently rolling over onto one side. Just taking a moment to pause and gently using that top arm to push yourself back up to seated and begin your day.